Chris from Writer's Game, and I'm just relaxing and do a little bit of Final Fantasy XIV tonight. Thought I would stream it since I'm going to be playing. This is the continuation of the Heavensward series of quests, the main storyline, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on most of the time in my Final Fantasy days until I get to the end of the game. Then I'll go back and do some other stuff. Now, with that in mind, let's get on to the actual live scene here. And we left off. Apparently, going to be babysitting this guy for a bit. Let's get that in motion. Lady Laniette told you to tell me about my mission once again. If I didn't know any better, I'd swear she's avoiding me. Anyway, what is it? A vital mission on the success of which the very survival of Count Cloudtop rests. Procurement of potable water, or go and fetch a spring crystal from the floating pit. Well, let's do this one. Finally, it's about time she trusts me with a mission of real import right then. Let's go, let's go. You gotta sell it to people. If you're gonna give them an answer, give them one that lets them feel important, because, well, it probably is. And I'm frozen in space and time until you leave. Okay. My chocobo left me. For a moment. It looks like a flying bat. It makes a noise like a cat. I understand it's also in its name, but still, like, it looks like a bat. These guys look so cute, and yet they're aggressive. They do not like interlopers. Okay, what's above me that's making that shadow? Pretty cool. They have that there. Let's just do this. It's always good to have a little bit of insurance. The dodo does get in the way. So this is Vur Sien Siran the Legend. Who is? Where is? I don't. Okay, yeah. And nary a Vanu in sight. How disappointing. I could do with some sport. I know. Why don't you and I make a competition? Whoever finds the superior specimen wins. On our right, shall judge our entries on size, purity, and, say, aesthetic sensibilities. Let us begin at once. Here's an idea. How about we complete the mission at hand? No? Okay. What is this? Reach the sky. There is no, like, run command. I forgot about that. Shift is not going to work for it. But if I get involved here, I might get a little bit of rewards. Yay! There we go, 29. Yeah, a little bit of money and XP, not a whole ton, but... What is it that I'm looking for here? Oh! Searching for a crystal. In this is probably in the cloudworms, right? There we go. I see it. There are several. So the spring crystal is supposed to somehow generate water. This water crystal does not appear to exhibit the properties described by Lady Laniette. Perhaps you should inspect another. This water does not appear to exhibit the properties. Okay. I got it. Disappearing Falls. No dice. I wonder if it's just the last one you check. Nope. Interesting little serpent. I don't think these are rocks. They may be, but I don't think so. This crystal appears to be secreting a steady stream of water. Perhaps it is the spring crystal Lady Laniette seeks. Okay, very nice. I'll have to go rescue the guy. It's my guess. Ah, Master Arrow, have you brought your entry for the contest? I believe I have, as it actually works. My understanding of such things is limited, but can this truly be used to draw moisture from air like water from a pump? Fascinating. This is likely the ones I want. There we go. I wonder why this shows that it's usable. Honor is more than concerned for Lord Emmanuel's well-being. Of course, yes, he's not here, so. Lord Emmanuel has been gone, it's probably saying his name wrong, but I'm just going to go with it. Has been gone for an awfully long time. Did you perchance see him while you were searching for your crystal? Even he must realize the danger of wandering too far in such a place. Mayhap I am worrying for nothing, but I must ask that you assist me in looking for him, Master Arrow. We shall find him more quickly if we split up. Pray search the southeastern area of Vur-Sian-Siran as swiftly as you are able, and rendezvous with me in the north. Farewell and good luck. Oh, my chocobo will be doing most of the work. Tomorrow's my last day on vacation. Then it's back to the grind. But alas, I will not be here streaming all day or anything. I have secret projects to work on. And that is in fact why I took my vacation. Hopefully I'll be able to show you guys something soon. You survey the surrounding area for a time, but see no sign of a man alien. And head to the north, which is right here. Food fight. Like, believed to be food, and thus no need to fish, just pick it up. I'm not making a lot of sense unless you're in my own brain, but yes. This is what I'm thinking. If the food is aplenty... Oh. Not in the way I was hoping. We are fighting the food. Oh, or it's fighting each other. Maybe I should turn that off. Let them fight each other. It'll be glorious. Because they're kicking the crap out of me. They did crowd control on my birthday. Hey, hey. I don't know if you can hear me, but cool. I'm working through Heavensward quests and streaming it, so in the very least I have an account for it in my YouTube. And I have the material to pull from if I ever want to put it together videos or anything. Who was playing with us before? Was that not your brother? Oh, oh, wow. Oh, good. Hey, he can clearly and obviously do whatever makes him happy, so, you know, good luck to him. One of the beautiful things about the game is you don't really need friends to play it. It's very much a single player game. So I mean, when you're on or your brother's on and we can do something together, that's cool. And when you're not, I can still go through quests and level up and, you know, practice such things. Is that what you're doing? Yeah. I may have the game a little too high in my earphones. But I'm in the middle of battle, so I can't fix it at the moment. Oh, so he like blew right past you. Wow. Yeah. Hey, you know, again, whatever's making him happy. I'm only on like twice a week, sometimes 3 times, but like not consistently. And mainly my stream times right now, which is for progression not the best. You know, I'm not getting through it quickly, but you know, it's when I have time and can plan to do so, right? Buddy just ran mob through my area, and I was foolish enough to AoE. Picked up his mob. Yeah, but I'm taking on like 4 to 8 mobs at a time, depending. And I'm synced down to 50 for this fate. And I'm tanking and DPS and all the mobs. Seriously, potions and my chocobo are the only things keeping me alive. You know, some damage reduction on occasion. I'm not sure if I'm enjoying this quest line yet. Like, there's nothing that's really kind of spoken to me about it. I'm sure it will at some point. I don't really feel a lot of camaraderie with the Ishgardians. They're yeah. As I said, you know, eventually, sure, things are going to change. But I'm just saying, in the beginning, the Ishgardians are zealots, whether they, you know, whether they're admitted or not, or they're like, what's the word I'm looking for, like polite zealots. They're zealots. They have a particular war they're fighting, and that's all they care about. That's all their society cares about. And I'm not particular to that way of thinking. But you know, as you've indicated, I'm sure things will change. The world will open up. Apparently, Asmongold was saying he's really impressed that the game has moments where, like, you think the world's like this, you know, whatever size, and then something happens and you realize it's so much more expanded than the previous presentation. And it's not really that things have changed, it's that your perception of them have changed. And so I expect that to happen, not just in A Realm Reborn like it did, where you get to see there's truths to the world you didn't know previously. I expect that to happen in this one as well. He might take a second to load in, or he's below you or above you. How do you set your UI up? As is often in this game, yes. Have you seen mine? I am really pleased with it. It's designed for a mixture of keyboard and mouse clicks, rather than say one or the other. I'm not really a mouse player. Oh yay. I'm on a time limit to save this guy. You'd remember this quest. The young braggart of the house that takes you in. Yeah. Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. As I said, I haven't really been like, oh, this is amazing yet. There's not like this emotional tie of the story being amazing, but maybe it will because of characters like this, right? Who have their flaws, being young and brash, but I am getting a train of dudes behind me, and since they don't ever tether, I should probably kill them. I was like, I'll just lean on my tank ability for a little bit, because, you know, save some time. Round them all up, use some AoEs. It's actually working. I'm taking on like 5 of them, and they're not that hard at all, really. I don't know where I'm going, really. I mean, there's kind of only one place to go. I'm sorry. What was all that? That was a bunch of numbers. What are you talking about? Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. I think mine is not nearly that good. Where does frames per second show up? Yeah, I'm at like 59 to 60 frames per second. And as I've said before, it's not like I have a crappy vid card. And I would think that HD is easier to render than 4K. No, it's just less data. But, I mean, dude, your system's kicking my... As a comparison, it's kicking the butt of my system, which is a little shameful. In the random stuff channel. So which one is your active Shima? Dude, way to run ahead of me and get and attract all these other guys. I suppose I can just click on it and find out. Yeah, okay. So that's basically, you're using the base UI with number 3 added in. Yeah. Chat's the one thing in a lot of UIs that they often don't plan for it to be moved, because if you move it, like, it may affect how it functions. Where the hell are these people going? Are they killing every single bad guy in the place? I'm not sure where my protectee is at all right now. The guy I'm supposed to be protecting. He just ran off. Dude, but hey, I won! I got to him. He just had to run out and, you know, cover his exit, but at some point I just lost him. I was fighting and trying to gather up guys. Yeah. Okay, this thing just... The giant whale thing jumped? But it landed in water. What? I don't understand. That's what I mean, like, it jumped from what looked like air into a lake because it splashed. Oh, splashy clouds. Yeah. I'll take you all on. Like, I like the guy we're protecting. He's useless. Like the dragon event, or midsummer being summertime? Kimonos? Oh, neat. Neat. Well, I'll do my best to be involved, much as I can. We are taking pains to realize our dreams when it comes to our company, which, you know, obviously I'm streaming now as part of that. But really, it's not about streaming. Like, it's about playing games and seeing what's out there, and, you know, talking, immersing yourself in creating the games. And I'm not likely going to build a video game, at least not yet anyway. But we do want to get into board games and a few things. So the reason I haven't been playing a lot is because we need to take time to, you know, sacrifice personal interests to get our other interests going, right? Like, you know, to me, a business isn't just making money or selling products. It's like you're doing the stuff that you love to do. Like, if you really liked miniature, you know, like putting together model cars, that's what I'm looking for. You know, maybe that's, if you cared about it a lot, that's a business that people who care about it should be in, because they care about it. They want it to be done well. They're doing it for enthusiasts like themselves. So anyway, we've been working on a lot of that stuff, and I'm not going to tell you too much about it or anything, or babble your ear off, but that's why the sacrifice. For the past 2 years, I've tried to play as many games as I can, and now it's about what's the next step. We are going to make some games. I have one that I've brainstormed. Now I need to figure out how it's actually going to work. Build a prototype, play test it, that kind of thing. And I'm sure it's not going to see the light of day. It's going to be a failure. But I'm sure of that, because your first several games are likely not going to... They're about learning. They're not, you know, the process, creativity, what works and what doesn't work. They're not about... is this going to be $1 million idea? Maybe. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna look something up, and I will be AFK. There are at least 3 games called the D&D Adventure System cooperative board games, and one is Wrath of Ashardaron. A second one has to do with the Underdark or Drizzt Do'Urden or whatever, and then the third one is Castle Ravenloft, I think. And you have it's a tile-based game, so you build the map. Have you ever played Betrayal at House on the Hill? Okay, if you haven't, I do recommend it. It's a fun game. 3 or 4 people, maybe up to 6 to play it, but I think it's 3 or 4 people. There's a D&D version of that called Betrayal at Baldur's Gate, but it's the same kind of mechanics, just different scenarios. And there's actually Betrayal something Scooby-Doo, which we also own. Because it's Scooby-Doo, like, how could you not pick that up? Anyway, D&D Adventure System Cooperative. So there's 3 that I'm aware of. And you start with, like, the first one that we bought was Wrath of Ashardaron. And it has a scenario book, and you just choose what scenario you want. But it does say if you're beginning the game, we recommend scenario 1 or whatever it is. Because it's a more simple scenario, and you learn the rules and how the game works, and then you get onto more complicated scenarios with more complicated strategies. And you start with a character, and you have cards for abilities, so you don't need to really know a ton about the character. I think you roll a d20, and it's fixed damage, right? If your d20 is above a certain threshold, you hit. you use this ability, it's fixed damage, it does 2 points or 1 point or whatever. If you do enough things, get enough rewards, get enough perks, your character can level up to level 2, and that's it. There's no level 3, level 4, level 5. You basically explore the map, but you don't know what the map is until your character goes to the edge of the map and steps one step further, provided there's, you know, a door there or something that indicates that the map continues, and then you pull a random tile and you slap it down in the next spot. So sometimes the dungeons don't make sense, and sometimes, you know, whatever, but it's kind of random. And every new room has a chance that there's going to be a monster in it, and if there's a monster in it, then that monster has to, like, when it's the monster phase, is also taken into account. So you could explore like crazy. I'm just going to run. I'm going to run to new rooms. I'm going to run to new places. And you're like, I have 12 rooms I discovered and 12 monsters I didn't fight. And now they're all coming for me. So like, it's definitely a cooperative game. Nice. I do recommend it. We played it a couple times. I bought all 3 of them. We have not played 2 of them because they're very similar. And my wife's not really into those games. But, you know, if I was out being social with friends more often, I'm sure I'd be able to play all 3 of them. But we're looking to pare down some of our stuff for a proposed upcoming move in a couple of years, and those are amongst the collection. Anything to do with D&D is off limits. Like, I'm not getting rid of them. We can live out of a van. I'm gonna find a home for them that I can check into later. Straight out, absolutely. Anyway, I've gotten a little bit distracted by talking. I want to talk games. Like, as much as we're you know, I'm streaming the video game I'm playing, talking about games is more important to me than playing the game. I'm pointing that out because it looks like maybe we have another viewer as well, and I want them to understand a little bit of what's going on. It may just be my mod count ticking up the counter though. I have a mod program that I'm using. The free version of right now, I don't really know what it does. I have to learn more about it. But it's supposed to do things like delete posts that people put in your channel that have inappropriate words, or, you know, whatever you deem to be inappropriate. Yeah, it is my new bot. I don't know what. Oh, boobs. Hey, to anybody who ever watches this, I do an adult stream. I don't watch my language. I don't want, you know, people being offensive is not okay in regards to like hate speech, but, you know, like boobs is fine. We're all adults here. Don't bring your children to my stream. Lord Emmanuelian appears to be rather pleased with himself. Dude, you pissed your pants in 2 different occasions within 10 minutes of each other. What are you pleased about? I have a feeling this dude has a crush on his boss. Lady Lania. Now, she just may be, her praise means he raises in station, but he seems to be particularly interested in what she has to say. Again, maybe because she's his boss, but... I will. And it will be hilarious. Or tragic. Who? wedge. In some ways, sure, yeah, but yeah. How about we tether a giant? Well, just tether him to the big guy. Then he can't get lost. Hey, he's doing his best to be, you know, effective. He doesn't really have skills, and he does admit that at some point. Like, he's not a fighter. It's like, then why do you keep going on? I want a good up close look at these guys. I really can't tell. I mean, I know I have old eyeballs, but... Okay, it is a cat with bat wings. I know they sound like a cat, but, you know, and they have Gaelic cat in their name, but they didn't look like a cat, just, you know, as a moving blob. They don't act like a cat with their sonar. What? I have no doubt. Well, we all apparently, everything on land that has feet and arms, came from the same creature. We are all descendants of the same creature. And some things in the water came up on land as that creature, you know, branched off into its weirdness, and then went back into the water for some reason. Whales, as mammals, have the same descendant that we do. Oh, could somebody punch this guy? Bet you don't anymore. Yeah. If you have an outdoor cat, they're prone to do that. Yeah. The area you're in now? Yes. Was that also used in Thor? Maybe I'm thinking the wrong thing. When the destroyer came down? Does feeding them green help them? Heal them? Oh, yeah, yeah. That's one of the things I definitely have on my hotbar. Just for that. I need you here now. Click. Actually bounties now? Oh, well, yeah, I never looked into it. I don't even know what rank I am anymore. I am looking to buy my next rank, I just don't know what it is. Yeah, he looks pretty dope. What is that? It's like a robot. A little bit with like a stag kind of head. Nice. Go tag something so you get credit. like you smack it with your glove like you're gonna duel it. Supposed to throw the glove at the ground, not the face. Nice. You say you've earned over 100,000? It seems like a lot, but I suppose every time you know, buy your next rank, it's a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10,000. So it probably isn't. It just seems like a lot. I have a big whopping. Don't even know what that is. Hold on. 14,000 right now. 14. I can probably buy my next rank. Oh, I need to do something. Yeah, they said I can't be considered for the next rank until I don't even know what. Go on a quest of some sort, murder some people. You'd have to show a screenshot. I'm not envisioning what you're saying at all. Naga are... Oh yeah, okay. They're coming back. Yeah, they're a little different in World of Warcraft than most. Like in here, they're a face with a snake body, as they are in D&D. There's so much in Final Fantasy. I'm like, that's from D&D. Maybe it's not just D&D, but it totally is from D&D. Well, D&D is derived from mythology and some unique things, like the Beholder was never created before D&D, right? Somebody thought of that monstrosity. But like I'm not sure that Naga were an original D&D creation. Certainly, you know, elves, dwarves, orcs, those weren't. But it definitely has some unique to D&D properties. But I'm playing Final Fantasy 1, as you know, and some of the monsters that come up, I'm pretty sure this is a slight deviation from the D&D original. Okay. Praying mantis with lightsaber arms. That sounds amazing and horrible at the same time. Hey, I saw this monster and I thought it, like right here in Final Fantasy XIV, I thought it was a spider, a giant ass spider. Oh no, it's a giant ass spider. You've seen them 1,000 times with a snake head instead of a normal bulby spider body. It's a snake head. So like it's nothing but evil. Spider legs, bitey mouth. That's it. What is that? But he looks so cool. Freaky. Like I don't want to be him. You know, not that kind of cool, but definitely a little different. Is it? Nope. Nope. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know. Oh, it is there. I noticed your inventory is getting a little full. I mean, you have space left, but I went to my retainer and just dumped everything in there. Like, you are my bank. Here you go. Yeah, that's where most of my crafting or things like dyes I put in there. I'm not sure it's the best place for it, but no, god damn it. Misclicking sometimes costs you. I'm getting a little bit peckish. So you played this before. How far did you get? Did you finish Heavensward? Yeah. So this is it for you. You're like, damn it! I just wasted an X potion. Misclicking. But this is it for you. This is where you're like gonna explore new areas. Do new things. I have my own chocobo. Why are you giving me a new one? Right, so the one I had would not fly, and this was the upgraded version. That sounds delightful. For nightmares. This place is always cold, always snowy. Where do they get their wood from? Their crops from? Like, is everything imported? What is with the narrator? Supposed to tell me things I don't already know? Is that the... Okay. I think he's talking about your character like in the third person. Like it's a story. I suppose it is. Right. Wow, I mean, they gave you 83 quests to bridge it. 83 quests. I like the way my dude's looking right now. That's what I figured. This was a land before the calamity, and then when the calamity came, it changed their world to be all snowy all the time. But again, like, they'd run out of food in a year. Fresh food, anyway. Right. Right, yes. Don't question it. It's for setting and lore. I have the signs that I should be going to bed, but I slept for like 3 hours today, so I don't want to oversleep. Because that can be bad for you just as much as undersleeping. Well, what comes around goes around. Well, I don't need that. Mythite hauberk offending. Mithrite. I guess it's a metal we'll eventually use in blacksmithing. bind here at the 8th right. Before questing. Somebody gave himself the title Princess for a day. I don't think I've been making money in this game as fast as I was before, but I'm still definitely ahead. And I wasn't doing anything to make money before, I was just doing the quests. I wonder if somewhere in there they slowed down the reward progression. Time to murder some hapless ice sprites. How come you can't dye shields? I like the dragon emblem I have, but I want to take the green background and change it to something else. Oh, you guys don't do that. Yeah, that would be cool. So I've decided to follow your instructions a little better than I was before. I mean, there was a time, but you didn't really tell me much in regards to this, but like, I'm just doing the main quest line, and then I'm going to come back with other classes later at various times, you know, and use the side quests to help level them up. So I don't understand how multi-classing works in regards to some of the stuff you told me and some of the stuff that I was reading about. For example, Archer, right? I was reading this article and it's like, if you want certain abilities, level whatever class to... Okay, that's the old system then. That does make some sense. Yeah, that's a spell from Final Fantasy 1 at least, right? Like, what did it do? you're about to die? Oh. Little double cross. And you've been rocking White Mage, dude. You've been rocking it. If you want to run dungeon or something, let me know. I'm down for that. It's good to level up. Get some XPs. I did. I even have some extreme mode dungeons or whatever they're called. If you want to go like crazy. I'm not overly worried about it. I'm doing what the storyline requires, and everything else I'll get to later. Forgot to have my chocobo. I totally missed some XP for them. Although, as a healer, they get that like regen spell. They don't really get much else that's a healer trait. Maybe nothing else. Since then, it's been like bonus accuracy, bonus hit points, bonus damage. I don't like his implications. A man that hops too when told to do things. No, I'm a thinker. Okay, good. Yeah. Even previous to now, when you first do your Smith quests, they mention that there's callouts, and if you don't pay attention to them, you're less likely to succeed the mission. As a white mage, you get damage spells? I mean, it would be weird if you didn't. Big statue to the north. Don't go in the wrong way. I'm not really sure how to get to the right way, though. Isn't it? By tagging them, they move. So if you cast a dot spell and every time it ticks, they bump out further, or does it only need one tick? Huh. Carbuncle again? Oh. Yeah. go murder animals that did nothing wrong for you. You know, I suppose food is also applicable to that. It is the MMO way. It's like, for some reason, the wild animals in the area have the perfect solution for our problem. We just have to murder them and spread their blood all over the machinery. That sounds really dark. Are they throwing bombs at me? You got white mage AoEs, man. You're good. That's right. But you're way better equipped for it. Like, literally better equipped. I don't know why he's giving me clothing, but I'll take it. Like, as the reward. Hey, you went and murdered some things for me. Here's this random tunic I have laying around. Yeah. Lots of them do, for sure. I'm taking Lancer gear and Machinist gear. Maybe I should be taking Rogue gear instead, but... That's what I tend to do, yeah. But it's kind of alternating between the two. I don't need Paladin gear until I hit 60, and then I'll just go buy it because I've got enough pieces. I have a feeling this guy's an idiot. So he just said, there's this knight who's west of here, and she left a package behind, and she's always treated me really well. Would you mind sending it? She probably sent it by being shy, not wanting to say anything, but she's always treated him with more respect than he feels he deserves, so she probably has an interest in him. Yes, I have a theory that tons of characters have, you know, especially in this game, they're written with love interests, and that's awesome. I'm a romantic at heart. That's what it comes down to. So I was given a black chocobo, kind of. Like, I took one as a way to get where I needed to go. Do you actually get one as part of your stable? Or do you just continue to use the chocobo you got in level 20? Like, you mentioned you have to gather the wisps of elemental wisps or something? check my inventory. I do not. Mount guide. I do not see any mount either. I have a fat black chocobo, but that's because of donations. Yeah. It's entirely because of, first off, if I'm playing with anybody who doesn't have their chocobo yet, you know, if I'm playing at low level, you may as well, right? Jump in, do the thing, everybody gets it faster. Where am I going now? But also, like, my character idea is not really based on traveling merchant, because they tell you your story, you're this kind of character, but if I were to make him myself, he'd be a traveling merchant. Yes. I don't really, not over, I mean, it's just there, so it's kind of out of the way, but they don't need to know what quest I'm on, do they? I could. Other side. Right. Over here. Well, thank you for the suggestion. Maybe a bit higher. Especially for me, if I ever review this, you know, trying to grab some content to make a video or something. Hey, let's make a video on From On High. I don't see that in the feed. What's exciting? I don't understand. Oh, there's stuff you enjoyed in this area, in this part. Well, you're just gonna have to let me work my way through it. Just make sure I have room. This is awaiting for me for 60. Augmented Shire Sword. I don't know what level I am as a archer. I think it's like 4 or something. I gotta work my way up so I can throw out some of these bows. I'm literally just making sure I have enough room left in my pack to continue accepting new gear. You got a new mount? Congrats. Here we go. Also congrats. Well done indeed. Yeah. Wow. And he's willing to put up with that? Is that part of the quest line or something you did? True. I need to find Someone to sell some gear to. How do you... Yeah, only if they're asking for it. You know, if they have like a leviment or whatever it's called. Well, let me check. I'm going there now. Yeah, you have to kind of look around and find it sometimes. Cutscene. Oh. Yeah. Have you never done the courier stuff before? So, when you first get it, it's like, new job or something, and then same thing happens, question mark, and it kind of tips, because it's not a typical quest line that kind of gets you your adventuring stuff. I looked into it a little bit on, I don't know, Reddit or whatever, and you do get some rewards, mostly a little bit of XP. I think you get some items you can use for prisms, like, you know, so you get a new hat or whatever, and you get some lore about some of the characters that you interact with a fair bit, but don't, you know, learn as much about them as you do some of the main characters. So it's kind of a way to showcase them. Fun thing to do. There are no bad quests. There are just quests that you enjoy or don't enjoy. How could they? Are you saying if I sell to this guy? The guy to the left. Expert delivery. Provisions. Like... Well then, let's fix that. You must complete rank 1 in the Grand Company objectives of your hunting log. Well then. Character, duties, logs. I need to kill 5 heckler imps. And Eastern Thanaland. Oh, yeah, I don't think I've ever done that dungeon. The Bramble Patch, which is another area or dungeon. East Shroud. Well, I'll do them, and then if you want, we can do a dungeon or so. Sylvan Grown. It's exactly the things I need right here. After I level sync. Pretty sure I'd killed 3 of them, but nope. Ah, I see. was a thing on my screen. Nope, it's actually the game. So you make some glamour clothes, yeah? Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it takes you a little while to get 400k, I would imagine. Takes me a little while. So far, anyway. Straight beak is what I'm looking for. Is this a starting zone? Can't be. The level 5 mobs, level 7 mobs. Yeah, but who starts here at like level 1? Or even level 5? What is there to possibly do here? You find Ixal straight beaks. I guess I'm just in the wrong area. be back in a few minutes. Gonna grab some food. I've been having problems with my Amazon account, my Amazon Music. It won't play anything. It was literally working when I started the stream, like, what, 2 hours ago? It's working just fine. I don't know if they're doing some sort of server maintenance or what. So it says in the log to hunt in the North Shroud for those creatures, or at least one of them. I cannot find them anywhere. Ixal straight beaks. I'll just have to Google it. Well, supposedly they're there. I just have to not choke. Live long enough to go kill him. Oh. Okay. Well, I found slow beaks. Making sure I'm not crazy. all of these murder quests from Fates? Well, there's a fate here now in the area that the internet is saying is a thing. And, nope, has nothing to do with those guys. I am, however, in the wrong spot. I found them. Totally user error. And you were correct. Alright, all I have is Halatali mobs. Heckler Imps, Doctor, and Fire Main. But I think I'll do it tomorrow. I'm getting tired. It's 3 a.m. man. It's 3 a.m. I appreciate you looking out me out. I just think I'm going to be a very focused tank if I go do it now. You should pay attention to things. I'm not saying it's like a super hard dungeon or anything. I'm just saying, like, I don't know, if I'm not gonna bring reasonable amounts of capability, you know, if something comes out of left field and I'm just completely oblivious, that's not good. I'm gonna call it there though. Thank you for hanging out, buddy. I appreciate it. If you're about tomorrow, yeah, let's do some. You too, man.